Belana Design for BGoods Lettering. Welcome to my channel. Today I have something very special to share with you. This special box here that you're seeing is sent to me by Betsy from BGoods Lettering, and I cannot wait to open this box and see what's hiding inside. If you are interested in finding out more, stick around because there's a lot of cool things coming your way. And let's unbox this box and see what's hiding inside. So when you first open your box, you are going to receive this beautiful thank you note from Betsy. And this is what's going to greet you every time you order something from BGoods Lettering. Now, the box is very carefully wrapped, and I like that attention to detail. Next, let's see this fabulous wax. This color is really unique and so striking and so beautiful. This color is called Dusty Red, and it is a very unique color, I have to tell you. It is something between red and pink. I can't really distinguish this color, and I hope you can see it on camera. It is a beautiful color, very feminine and somewhat romantic, if that makes sense. I really like that color. Next, we have more wax here. There's 2 shades of gold. I love the packaging, by the way, and this first box of wax seal that I am opening is called Antique Gold, and for a reason. You can see the shine and that deep gold look. Next, we have a little bit lighter gold, and this is called Champagne, and it's so pretty. There's a lot of shine to this wax, and I wanted to mention that all of Betsy's wax come in sticks, so you have the option to also use it with your heat gun. Next, Betsy sent me this awesome blank stamp, and I'm going to be using this a lot. This is something you need to have in your stash of wax seal stamps, because it is very unique and something that you are going to use a lot. Next, I have this awesome stamp with a lot of details. This one is called Eucalyptus, and let's open it up. Each and every stamp that you order comes with this beautiful handle, and take a look at the details of this beautiful wax seal stamp. Such beautiful engravings, and I can't wait to see it in action. And last but not least, we have this absolutely show-stopping wax seal stamp. This stamp is called Moon and Flowers, and it is one of the most beautiful seals I have ever seen. I have a lot of wax seal stamps, and this one definitely is taking my breath away. Absolutely beautiful, so many details, and I hope you guys can see the details of this wax seal stamp. So unique and so different. And now, since we unboxed this and saw what's inside this box, let's start creating, and let's see how these beautiful stamps perform. So I started off by cutting some of the sticks into little pieces, and I love to keep them in the glass jar. I also turned on 3 heat warmers here. They're electric, Of course, you don't have to have three. You can use one or two. It's up to you. You can also use a candle. Another thing what I wanted to show you is the way I marked and the way I'm going to keep these stamps from BGoods Lettering. I put a little label on them. I'm going to keep them in their original boxes with the handle, and every time I'm going to reach for something, I will know which stamp to use. This is how they're going to be on my shelf of wax seals, and I just think that's a great tip. And now I'm going to use this blank stamp and wanted to see how it actually looks. And I'm also going to use these little tiny petals that I got from my front yard. It's really nothing special. You can use any petals or any flowers that you want with your wax seals. All that I'm doing now is pouring wax directly on my silicone mat, and I'm simply and gently going to stamp. Now you're going to allow this wax to set for a little bit before you take off that stamp. Next, I'm going to use the eucalyptus wax seal stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in this beautiful champagne gold. Again, just pour some of that wax on your silicone surface and simply and gently stamp. Now let's see how this stamped. Wow, look how beautiful and even that is. This is what I was hoping for. This is a great stamp actually. This you can see that there's no scratches, there's no other marks. So that is the look that you want to have when you are buying a blank stamp. So beware of that. That's why it's so important to buy your stamps from a reputable source. You never know what you're gonna get. So I highly recommend you get this blank stamp from BGoods Lettering. Now let's check on my eucalyptus stamp here, and wow, look at the detail of that stamp. This is absolutely beautiful. I love how that's stamped. Love it. You can leave it as is. You don't have to do anything to this stamp now, but I want to take it up a notch. So first I'm going to trim off the edges with a pair of scissors and trim off all that leftover wax, and I want to put it back into the burner because there's really no need for you to waste that wax. Just keep on remelting and it is going to be as good as new. Next, I'm going to get a little cutting board here, and I also have an X-Acto knife with the straight edge, and I am going to slowly and gently trim that design off of that wax. I don't really have a technique for this or how to explain this, but just gently and very carefully cut into that design. This requires a lot of patience and a lot of practice. Please be very careful if you decide to do the same thing, because if you are not careful and slow with this, you might end up cutting yourself. So please be careful with this. And here it is. My design is all nice and trimmed, and all that I'm going to do next is put it back into the stamp. As you can see, it just falls right in there without any problems, and of course it's not going to fall out. Next, I'm going to pick this beautiful dusty red wax and pour it on my silicone mat and simply and gently stamp. Next, I'm going to take my little tiny petals and try to attach them to the seal and see if it sticks. Now let's check this out, and it looks like my wax was not warm enough, so all these little petals did not really stick on it. So there is one thing what I am going to do, and that is to melt the edges of my wax seal again without removing that stamp. So yes, you can do that as long as you do not move that stamp off of your wax seal. Otherwise, you are risking melting your beautifully stamped seal. So I am just going to use my heat gun and carefully melt the edges again, and just add the petals to the edges. And I'm going to keep on repeating that all around until I'm happy with the way it looks. And it looks like the seal is already cooled down and ready to be peeled off of the stamp. And you can see that there's some petals that they're coming off. Now, this is absolutely normal. And I do suggest that if you use this technique, please hand deliver whatever that you have. Rather, if it's a letter or a present, please hand deliver it, because this is so delicate and so beautiful. And look how pretty that turned out. I hope you like this technique, and I hope you give it a try. And here we are. The time has come to play with this fabulous wax seal stamp called Moon and Flowers. I also grabbed a jar of navy blue wax seal beads, and I'm going to put several in because I want this seal to be gold and blue. I think that's going to look quite show-stopping. First, I'm taking this antique gold wax from BGoods Lettering, and I'm pouring it directly on my silicone mat and simply and gently stamp. I'm going to wait for a few moments for that wax to set. Then check the bottom of the stamp to make sure it's cool and gently peel off. Now take a look at that beautiful imprint with a lot of cool and intricate details. Now what I'm going to do is grab a pair of scissors and just trim around that semicircle, and also trim around the edges of the seal. And I am next going to just put it back into the stamp. Press it in firmly to make sure that that piece does not move on me. And then I'm going to take the blue wax and pour it on the silicone mat and simply and gently stamp. And again, wait for a few moments for that wax to set before you peel off the stamp. And let's check out the results. Wow, look how cool that looks. I love the blue with that gold. It looks absolutely fabulous. Now you can leave it at this and you're gonna be done. But again, I still want to add a little extra to this fabulous seal. And again, I am trimming off the edges one last time, and I am again going to put that trimmed piece back into the stamp just like so and press it firmly. Next, I'm gonna grab that antique gold and pour it on the silicone mat again and gently stamp. This time I'm going to grab glass glitter from BGoods Lettering and pour it all over my seal and wait for that to set. And now let's uncover this seal nice and gently. Look how cool that looks. I am actually going to grab a little spatula here real quick just to help me peel it off of the silicone mat. And I am going to shake off a little bit of that excess glitter. Now, shake it a bit. This is normal for your glitter to fall off of your stamp. That's absolutely normal. And just take a look at how fabulous does that look. But guess what? I am not done. There is one more thing that I am going to do to this seal. I wanted to make these beautiful and intricate lines even more pronounced. So I am using a gold marker pen. This pen is more like a paint in a form of a pen, actually. And all that I'm going to do is just go over those beautiful lines and just make them more visible. This is definitely going to make this seal so much more beautiful and unique. And that is it, my friends. Take a look at this beautiful and stunning seal, and please tell me, have you ever seen a wax seal with this many details and this unique? I don't think so. I am just so beyond impressed by this. And if you are looking for truly unique wax seals, please head over to BGoods Lettering. Now, Betsy is not only offering wax seals. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can get on her website. She is offering the Lettering Box Club. That's a seasonal subscription that delivers all kinds of lettering supplies, wax seal supplies, and it's just super phenomenal to play with. Then, of course, there's a wax seal club that I am also a member of, and there is a script and seal society that is a digital membership for lettering and wax seal lovers. And each month they gather as a community of creative and crafty people to bring the love of lettering and wax seals. And there's again a lot that you can find in this shop. I will leave all the links down below for you to check out. And thank you for watching this video. And of course, big thanks goes to Betsy for sponsoring this video, for sending me this beautiful supplies to play with and share it with you. So please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I will see you soon with some